Hi there guys, this is take two. I'm trying a new condenser mic on the camera and the battery that came with it expired. It's actually a disadvantage having a battery powered mic, but anyway, I'm trying it out. It seems to make the odd noise now and again, and I seem to sense that it has excessive AGC if it hears a loud noise. Anyway, this is a hodgepodge. It'll be a bits video, bits and pieces. I started it 3 days ago on the 6th. It's now the 9th. The 6th was my birthday, so I decided to show you the very appropriate card that my dear daughter sent. Might give you a chuckle. And I discussed a couple of project plans or things in mind. Probably a bit long-winded, as I usually do. Things I want to get on with soon. One thing I didn't mention then was I intend to make a rotary brooch sometime. Randy Richard made a very nice job of a Hemingway kit, and very successful that was, and I've got several ideas. I've seen videos of other people's, but it's something I do intend to make. And then today I just went through a few bits and pieces that I've just got. One or two things I've got for review, and one or two other bits. So really, as I say, this is just a mishmash of bits and pieces to sort of fill the gap, because I'm not going to get out here probably now for probably about a week. Likely to wake up to snow tomorrow morning, despite having had 2 or 3 warm days, warmer, and it's like 6 days of freezing or below. It's very low temps, which is, I mean, it does happen in March, but it's pretty stupid. I ordered spring, but it hasn't arrived. Let me check my notes. I think that's about it, actually. Other than to mention, sort of in passing, trying not to extend this intro waffle too long, I'm getting my new glasses in a week, and I use a company called iBuyDirect.com, or one word, iBuyDirect, and I've used them probably 4 times in the past. They are incredibly good for value and service. I actually ordered my new ones last week. Spoke to one of their representatives because I couldn't log on to the website for some reason, and she took the whole order online right up through to the shopping cart, gave me a max discount. So with my day-to-day glasses, which are progressives, auto darkening, blah blah, plus another pair of single prescription for the computer, just simple ones, ordinary frames like this, cheapy, $111 and change. That's it. And if you get a breakage, they're guaranteed, they'll send you another pair, and value for money and customer service, can't beat it. So I'm just tacking that on the end. I've got no vested interest in them at all, but if I come across good service from something, I tend to like to pass it on. So that's it. May not be back for a week or so, depending on how things go. So that's it. See you later sometime, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now. Good news, Dad. This year it's the birthday when you finally receive the title that a man of your maturity, wisdom and dignity deserves. Isn't that just great? My daughter chooses some incredibly good cards. I thought I'd share it with you. Now here's an eBay item. It wasn't even $20, I don't think. The unit that Randy got recently, I think he said was about $40, and it was a nice unit, but I thought I'd try this. That's how it comes in the packaging, and I've cut off these side limbs so what I have is this. Alright, just turn it on. seems to do quite well. It slides very easily. So I had a cut off here and here, and there's still a bit of gunge on the back. I don't want to use any solvent, it'll probably eat the plastic, but it's flat enough for me to do a mount, possibly with double-sided tape. So the idea is a bit like Randy's done with his, but I haven't got a very convenient spot here on the end of the saddle to get a contact point. This is about the only place that I think I'm going to use. That puts this rather close to the rail, so I haven't yet decided quite how I'm going to make something for that. So that's one of the objectives. Now another plan, been bugging me for ages. Some of you may remember I'm on a threaded spindle, which means reverse isn't, come in, which means that reverse is pretty dangerous to try and use. Somebody made, and I cannot remember who, made a device for locking it up on the spindle, and what I'm thinking here is that I've got an ID measurement there, which is 1.652 or 3. I've got to check it again. That's the size, and the depth from the back plate to the front of the chuck is the space I have available. So the join here between the back plate and the chuck is actually the front of the spindle. So the idea is to make a block, bore it out with a taper, make a male taper to match, and then I haven't got it in front of me. Piece of all thread I'll probably use. Piece of all thread through into the cone, and we'll weld that on to be permanent. Go right through the spindle to the back end, which you can't see. You've seen it before on other videos. We'll make a cap to fit in there to take the all thread and a nut, and then by tightening the nut we'll expand the female piece will be slit, 3 or 4 slits, so then the male will expand into it and against the chuck, and hopefully that will make things safe enough to use reverse. We will find out. Now this is hardly deserving of the word sketch. What I'm trying to get at, and I'm looking for input if there's anybody with any thoughts. This piece is the female piece with a through hole for all thread. This we'll call the male plug, with the all thread in it and welded in or fixed in, Loctite, whatever. This is the same thing, but what I'm getting at here is the angles. If I use a shallow angle, 10-15 degrees, although the plug will have to pull in a bit further to expand the outer, it will have more expansive force for a given torque down here on the nut. This one is we'll call that 25-30 degrees. That won't pull in as far to create expansion, but it will require, I think, more torque on the nut at the end. So that's food for thought, guys, in case anybody has any wonderful ideas. It's very embryonic at the moment. Some of you may remember a while back I did a review on an ER32 collet holder and collets. I now have a replacement. You may remember the old one was terrible for run out, and I actually on the old one checked the internal taper, and there was a 5 thou run out on that. Anyway, this, which hasn't been unwrapped yet, is a replacement from my friend Amar at Banggood. So he sent me this one. So I'm going to do another review and see if this one's better than the other one. I hope it is, because despite the fact that my review wasn't really terribly positive in some respects, he's agreed to send me another. And beyond that, we have this, which is also up for review. It's going to roll around, I think. A 2-inch indexable face mill cutter. So we've got the R8 arbor, very nicely finished to look at, and the head itself, 4 inserts. It comes without inserts attached, but they actually include a pack of 10, so we fitted 4 on it. So this is going to be reviewed when I can get round to it. Altogether seems very nicely finished, and that's what the cutter head came in. And I'm also waiting, hasn't arrived yet, I think it's a set of 7 indexable lathe tools. So we've got lots of reviews to do. Got this the other day. I'm rather pleased with it. Yes, anyway, this is made by Federal, Rhode Island. 10th indicator, locking lever on the side. Very nice. I've wanted one for a long time. I've got half thou and numerous other indicators, but I've wanted a 10th for surface plate work, etc. Wasn't cheap. I didn't think it would be. I joined the auction at about $20. Put in a $40 max bid and thought we'll see what happens. And it closed at 37, so I managed to get it. So yes, a bit expensive, but nice to get. Finally, on the table here, it's look at these little buggers. A trip into Harbour Freight yesterday, and I saw this pack. 4 in a pack, $9 I think it was. And sometimes if I'm doing small work, welding or whatever, you don't want a big ass clamp. One of these can be very, very useful. I thought $9 wasn't too bad for that. Alright guys, bit of handheld. This is call this stop press. I put most of the video together, but the mail came this morning and we got this set of lathe tools. Total of 7. I'm only just giving you a quick peek. That's a part of tool, that one of course. And boring bar. I haven't really been through in total detail yet. The inserts come separate, they've got to be installed. So quite an interesting set of stuff. There we go. So it's only a quick look, so eventually when I can do a review I'll set these up and see how well they perform. The actual holders look pretty well finished. I think it'll be down to how well the inserts stand up to use. Alright, there we are. That's the end of the video now. So I'll just add in thanks for watching.